Hello and welcome to new Ataraxia TV video. This video was inspired by massive losing streak in League of Legends that made me to first time ever rage uninstall game. Even though this game was inspired by League, it won't be just some rant about League. I decided to do some research on why games make us rage or feel bad, even though games were supposed to be fun, and we should have good time playing them. Maybe, if we all find out more about reasons why games we play make us rage, we could also find a way to stop, or at least rage a little less because of games. And maybe we could have at least a little more fun playing games we like. Later in the video, I am also going to tell you about a simple trick I started to use lately to not fall into rage. So let us get right into it. Let us first discuss a little bit about what science tells us about this matter. Now I could talk in depth about what science says why games make us rage, but I don't think it would actually help anybody to feel happier playing games. Basically what science says is that when somebody is wrecking you in a game, and it mostly doesn't matter whether you get wrecked by other player or computer program. Even though in those situations your mind knows that it is just a game. Your body releases same chemicals like when you are having an argument with your neighbor, because he is playing loud music all night. Basically, even though your mind knows that it isn't real, your body thinks that it is real. But let's talk a little bit more about anger, because to fall into rage, you need to get angry first. I will add some links in the description, where you can find out more about anger. Here we will just quickly describe what anger is, and is anger a completely bad thing, or can it actually be useful for a player? Anger is natural, though sometimes unwanted or irrational emotion, that everybody experiences from time to time. Mild anger may be brought on by feeling tired, stressed, or irritated. In fact, we are more likely to feel irritated if our basic human needs are not met, or are jeopardized in some way. We may become angry when we react to frustration, criticism, or a threat, and that is not necessarily a bad or inappropriate reaction. We can also feel irritated by other people's beliefs, opinions, and actions, and hence anger can affect our ability to communicate effectively, making us more likely to say or do unreasonable or irrational things. Being unreasonable or irrational can lead others around us to feel threatened, resentful, or angry themselves. And again, these can all be barriers to effective communication. After reading definition of anger, it became clear to me why are multiplayer games such rage factors. Just imagine that deadly situation where you come from work and you feel tired, but decide to play that one league game. You are feeling tired, you play bad, you are losing, and your team starts to blame you in chat. Getting angry in that situation isn't surprising at all. But now we come to what is probably the most important question in this video. Can anger actually help us to be better at games? Simple answer is definitely yes. Of course, turning into mindless berserker and smacking our screen with keyboard definitely won't help us to become better gamers. But small dose of anger can definitely be beneficial. It's like alcohol. One glass of wine is good for your health, but drinking an entire bottle every day isn't. Anger can be a powerful motivational force. Anger can make us invest more time to actually learn the game better. It forces us to be better, to try harder. Even after a rage quit, most people will spend some time reading tutorials or watching videos on how to improve when they become calm again. Of course, if we spend too much time on a game because of that and our real life suffers, that also isn't very good. How many times did you get angry and you didn't stop playing but you continued to play deep into night? And the next day on work or in school you felt like you are going to die. I know that it happened to me a lot of times. When we get too angry we can't think clearly anymore. And we make bad decisions, we just don't know when to stop playing and go to sleep. Learning how to control anger can help us to function better, not just as gamers, but it can help us to function better in our life in general. Before ending this video, we will discuss a little bit about methods on how to control anger better, so you don't become one of those YouTube raging berserker gamers. Of course, I know it is a bit cliche, you probably heard and know about those things already. But if you're like me, it means that even if you know what to do, so that you don't fall into rage, you still don't do it. After some cliche methods, I am also going to tell you about the method I am using at the moment. Probably the easiest way to not fall into rage is to know when to stop, or at least take a break after a certain amount of time spent playing. Worst thing to do is to keep playing after you're losing game after game. Next thing that can help you to rage less is to ignore chat. If other people flaming bothers you, it is probably better to disable chat completely. Never under any circumstances retaliate in chat, because anger is contagious. And once your entire team starts raging, it will end in only one way, you losing the game. Of course, if you have that one annoying player in your or enemy team that is crying all the time, trolling him a little is okay, as long as you are winning and it can't change outcome of the game. Those are definitely simplest things that will help you. If your problems with rage are on a berserker level, you are probably going to have to invest more effort. You are going to have to decide for yourself what methods you are going to use in that situation. There are a lot of different stuff you can do, like exercising more or even start doing some meditation. In worst case, even taking a break from games is a good idea. The world is a large place with loads of interesting stuff to do. And now I'm going to tell you about the method I use. Biggest problem when you get angry is that you stop thinking clearly, and you keep playing angry even though you should stop. What I do in that situation is that I simply pinch my arm a little. That small amount of pain resets my brain and I start thinking clearly again. Just doing simple thing like that enables me to stop playing before I sink into rage. And that will be it for today's video. I hope it helps you out at least a little bit with your game-induced anger. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like down below. Also, I would appreciate if you could tell me in comment section what you liked and what you didn't like about this video. I am still a new YouTuber, and I still have much to learn about making videos. I wish you all to have a nice rage-free day. See you next time.